Many of us dream about traveling the world, but a young man from St. Paul just made that a reality. Adam Swanson just returned from biking through 20 countries during his nearly 2-year journey on the road. David Schumann spoke to him about how the trip has changed his life.
I had 120-degree heat in the desert of Uzbekistan, blizzards on hiking trips in Patagonia. I slept through an earthquake.
Adam Swanson left his home in St. Paul for 22 months, just him and his bike.
It's my baby.
From Europe to Asia to South America, Adam saw 20 countries on his adventures. That's more than the number of years he's been alive.
It was my gap year between high school and college, so I left when I was 17. I'm kind of looking at it as my first couple of years of education, informal education, to get to learn about the world and different cultures.
He carried his whole life with him on the bike, staying sometimes in hostels, but mostly at campsites or even just the side of the road.
It's fun. It's like a game I play every night. I've learned that you don't need much to be happy.
Adam learned more than just that.
A lot of the best moments in life come when you're not expecting it. So it's important to keep yourself open and open to opportunities.
Even though he was alone most of the time, he credits the trip for bringing him out of his shell. Talking to strangers, often across a language barrier, will do that.
Seeing my own son just go out there and just make the most of it and start to find who he is in a time where so many kids are struggling with that was just a real positive, good feeling.
And one more important lesson for travelers.
In Thailand, you could get a 5-star hotel for $10 a night.
That's just smart planning. In St. Paul, David Schumann, WCCO News.
If you've ever had trouble training a puppy, this story might be for you. Well, a Cannon Falls Golden Retriever and his owner are on their way to making history in the sport of dog obedience. WCCO's Kirsten Mitchell shows us how they do it.
This is the face of a dog who knows he's a good boy.
He is quite a ham. He thinks a lot of himself.
Baker, a 9-year-old golden retriever, just won the American Kennel Club National Obedience Championship in Ohio this past weekend, the 2nd year in a row.
It's amazing. I'm just trying to enjoy it and hang on for the ride because he is 1 in a million.
Owner Corey Bevis has competed with Baker since he was 2 years old.
From the moment I got him at 8 weeks old, he's been unbelievably focused, unbelievably attentive.
Corey owns Tails Up Dog Training in Eagan, where they teach basic and puppy obedience to competition level.
I think the biggest thing is the reliability. They need to be able to do what you're asking on the first command. You don't get a second chance. If you have to ask them a second time, you're out.
It's a high-stakes sport.
Yes, very much. Stand, spin, sit. They have to heel by your side. Down. They do have to jump jumps like in agility. Sit. They need to retrieve certain objects.
While golden retrievers consistently rank top dogs for obedience, Corey says anyone and any dog can learn.
We have a lot of retired people that get into the sport because they have the extra time to do it. It's a wonderful community of people who are very supportive.
Baker's sibling and mother have also won the American Kennel Club National Obedience Championship in years past, a first for a family.
Come here, give me a hug. Oh,
if Baker wins again in 2024, it'll be a historic streak.
We like to aim high, so we'll try next year.
In Eagan, Kirsten Mitchell, WCCO News.
That's our show. We hope that it lifted you up, maybe even inspired you to do some good. You can see more of these heartwarming stories on our show on Sunday morning from 7 to 8 a.m. It's kind of like our local version of CBS Sunday Morning. And if you have an uplifting story, we love to hear from you. Love it when we get your ideas. Submit them in to WCCO.com/uplift. Thank you, friends, for being with us. We'll see you next week.